Welcome back to another episode of Excuse My Grandma.
Hi, Kimberly.
Hi, Grandma.
It's your big day today.
It's my fucking birthday.
25, you're a quarter of a century.
Yes, 25 years old. I mean, where were you at 25?
I was wiping my daughter's backside, I think, somewhere.
You had a baby.
I have a 2-year-old.
And you were married, right? And I'm a little behind schedule if that's my route. But things happen later now, right? Like the age of settling down is a bit different now than it was in the 50s, 60s.
That's better now. It's actually much better. You have careers and you start your married life and family hopefully a little later.
Well, here's my question, though. I'm 25. Like, when do you start dating for marriage and not just like for fun to mess around or even just to hook up with someone but who's not husband material? Or like, is 25 too late? Should I already be looking or only dating people who are husband material?
Yes, you're too late. You've blown it. No,
but no,
I don't think so. I think that you can have fun in college. You can have fun for a few years afterwards. But at some point, you have to say, well, where is my life going? Do I want to have a family? Do I want to have a relationship that really is going to be a long time thing, just not a weekend or a month?
So is today the day that I say no more fuckboys?
No, I don't think you should end it completely.
Oh, good, because then I'd have to block everyone in my phone.
Well, that's a problem. I think you need a new Rolodex anyway. Eliminate your old dates. They have to be thrown out. Ripped up, thrown into the garbage, and a whole new group come into the Rolodex.
We will see. So I want to dive, speaking of old guys and exes and all of that, I feel like your birthday is the only day that's really acceptable to be having any sort of interaction with an ex, a guy you used to hook up with, a guy who has been ghosting you recently. If they come in and say happy birthday, you're like, oh my God, perfect excuse to be having a conversation. And if you, like, for me, I feel like there's some people I've been holding back and been like, okay, I can't talk to them. And just like, I haven't had an excuse, but this is a perfect excuse. Because it's a thing. Some people are like, do I even need to reach out and say happy birthday? Can it just be happy birthday, or does it have to be a little bit more personalized?
I think it's really nice that people reach out. I love that idea. I mean, especially somebody that you liked or that liked you at some point. It's nice to know that somebody's still, thinking about you a little in a nice way. I think that's lovely. Kim, I think you're thinking too much about your birthday. It's not exactly like the birth of America. It's just another day.
But the people, you realize who reaches out to you, who really cares about you.
Well, that's true.
And I feel like I always reassess and I'm like, who do I want to keep in my life and who don't I? Who did I realize like, oh, this person actually like cared to send me a nice message. I didn't realize that we were that close. And then like it informs my decisions. Like yesterday, I was preparing myself for today of being like, which guys are going to reach out to me? I'm getting ready. I'm like, it's the most exciting part of my day. No, I'm kidding. But I was like, who is really going to come through and who isn't? And I was like, I'm either going to cry and be let down, or I'm going to be like, oh, that's a pleasant surprise.
Too much pressure.
Well, why am I putting so much pressure on it? Like, why is it so important?
I don't know. Somewhere in your childhood, birthdays became very important.
Why are we psychoanalyzing me
I think
now?
we have to analyze this.
Yeah. Well, today I did get it from everyone I was expecting, and maybe a little bit more.
Thank heavens.
I know. Otherwise, I would have been.
Otherwise,
would have
you
had to pull me
up tonight.
Exactly. So I want to go through like some scenarios of people that I got texts from today, and you let me know if like I deserved the birthday text or if it wasn't necessary, and if you think it should just be happy birthday, or if you think it should have been like more of a conversation.
Okay, I'll play this game. This is a cute game.
Thank you. All right. Got a text from an ex of a very long-term relationship. Should I have gotten that text of happy birthday?
Absolutely.
You think so?
Absolutely. Why not? I mean, as long as you didn't end up fighting and being in a terrible place.
Which we didn't. He's a great person.
Exactly. So. It's very nice to be thought of. I think that's great.
Okay, great. So next, a very recent guy that I had been seeing, hooked up with, unclear the terms, if it would continue or not. Do I deserve the birthday text?
I don't know, and I don't know the circumstances.
The circumstances, we had good chemistry. He was really nice.
Well, if he was so nice, why aren't you still going out with him?
Fair question.
A short text in that case is probably sufficient.
Do I want more? Obviously. Am I going to get it?
No.
Okay, lastly, a guy that I dated, was hooking up with in the last year, ended on not the best terms.
Did he text you?
I'm not telling. Do you think that he should have?
No. I think he figures it's over and why bother?
He texted.
Uh-oh.
And it turned into like a cute little great combo.
All right. Okay. You know what? That give him more. Give him credit for.
Ooh, you know who you are. You won some brownie points today. He's gonna be. I don't know if he listens. Okay. Back in your day, though, obviously, guys you dated couldn't just text you happy birthday. Like, did you get a phone call, or was it since it's more of like a hassle to actually call someone, then you can't just say happy birthday. It requires a full conversation with that person. Did they skip the phone call altogether?
You know, Kimmy, to tell you the truth, I think when I finished seeing somebody and it was over,
it was over.
It was over. We didn't have conversations after that because it wasn't going anywhere. But for friends, old friends, or somebody who I just dated as a friend, yes, I think I would get a phone call from them, you know, whatever, but not from old boyfriends.
Yeah.
First of all, I was married at 21, so how many old boyfriends from high school or elementary school were there?
Right. It's interesting that you say, like, when it's over, because, like, that's just never the case anymore. I feel like there's always, people get back together for a certain amount of time, or they'll hook up again, or they'll be texting, and it's, like, so, like, it's much more clean and, you know, healthy.
It was cleaner in our days. You were over, it was it. I don't think it is happier now. You drag it out. If you see that nothing is going in the right direction, why bother? And you can still say hi and how are you, and I hope you're having a good birthday, but don't carry on the conversation too long. It's not going anywhere.
Yeah. Well, I think otherwise, besides, since I got all the text I was looking to get, I'm stress-free. It's been a good birthday so far. Today we went out on the golf course.
You were great. You were terrific. Hitting a mile. That was fabulous. Of course, sometimes not on the right hole, but that was all right.
Oh, why are you giving me sass? Like, I just started learning to play, but how come for some reason my balls went so much further than your balls?
Because you're much better.
Oh, you admit it now. Okay.
Definitely better. There's no question, not even a conversation. I like when the pro, who's a wonderful guy,
we
says,
love him.
There is no point in your even trying to imitate Kimmy Swift.
No, he didn't say that. He said, watch how she does it.
and then
and
he said, don't
her.
bother. Then he said, don't bother.
Well, I just started, but here's a question for you. Have you or anyone you know ever had sex on a golf course?
Oh, my God. I don't see the thrill of that.
Of sex in public places?
Of the animals or the swans or the turtles. I mean,
be one with nature.
I
mean, sex in public places, it's a thing that people like to do. Do you know any fun stories about it?
No.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like I have one for like every friend.
Like privacy. I think sex should be done in private.
That's no fun.
Well, I don't know what you're looking for.
I'm part of the Mile High Club.
Oh, that's bad. That's bad. Even I know what that is. Forget it.
I thought you wouldn't know.
I do know.
Oh.
I'm not dumb.
Well, sometimes you don't know what, like, swiping left and swiping right means, so.
Well, that's true. That's true. You know, Kim, I think that forget the outdoor business. Just do a sleepover indoors.
Oh, no, a sleepover. I don't do sleepovers.
Oh, this is not good. You don't like the pillows?
No. It just feels very intimate, and I think a lot of people, like, try to have sleepovers with people that they're just starting to date, and it just feels like too much. Like, there's just anxiety about the next day. Like, you're gonna look like shit in the morning, and like you don't have your pajamas and you don't have your toothbrush. Like, it's so much easier to just go home.
Well, that's if you don't like the person. If
no,
you really,
I don't think
really like him. I don't think you should go home. You could wear his shirt and use your finger for a toothpaste.
That's true. There's ways to adapt.
I think you have to adapt if you like them. If you don't like this, if you don't want to continue and have a second sleepover, then just leave.
I don't think it's about that, though. Like, I could like somebody. I just know that I will sleep badly if I sleep in the same bed as someone. I mean, like, you know now, like, in relationships and couples that have been married for a really long time, like oftentimes you sleep in different rooms.
Well, that's true, but that's because of snoring. But I think that a young person usually doesn't snore. I don't know. I haven't had too much experience. But I think...
but you're not going to sleep well with another person.
Yes, you do. You cuddle.
Ugh. It's never just like an easy night's sleep. Like, if you're not in your element, if you're not in your own bed, like people like to have a light on. They like certain things. Once actually,
you've got to get over this.
I don't know like what trauma happened to me here, but no, I was having a sleepover with somebody, and we're about to go to bed. I'm like, okay, I liked this guy, so I was like kind of into the fact that we're having a sleepover, and he goes, Alexa, play night sounds. I'm like, what? Crickets on Alexa going off. Not for like until we fall asleep, the entire night until like 7 a.m. I swear to God, I did not sleep. I stared at the ceiling, listening to the crickets until 7 a.m.
Kimmy, I guess if you're still listening to crickets at 7 o'clock, then I guess you weren't in the mood to get up and make breakfast.
Oh yeah, that's another anxiety. It's like if you're sleeping over, you can't just leave right away. Like you have to do a breakfast together. Are you going to go out? How many hours in the morning are you going to spend together? Or is it just like a quick coffee in bed? There's just so much politics here.
I don't think you're ready right now to have a sleepover. You better just keep it platonic. Don't do anything serious.
I don't know, though. I thought we just had the conversation. 25's the time to get serious.
Well, maybe for you it's 26 or 27. Don't rush.
Okay, I want to end the episode with 2 questions that I've gotten from guys this week, because I feel like we've heard some stuff from girls. I want some stuff from guys. Okay, so this... He says, I'm a 24-year-old guy living in NYC. I get this text from somebody who lives in my building. He sent me a screenshot. How do I tell her respectfully not interested if I look the girl up and I'm not into it? Obviously, I dug myself the hole here and I'm going on the date, but how do you handle this situation? So basically, he's saying he looked up the girl, saw her picture, knows that he's not physically attracted to her, but this was a setup, so how can he say to someone who is doing him a favor, I don't want to go at all?
Well, I think that's so superficial of this young man. I think he should, she lives in the building. What would be a big hardship to go out, have a drink, or just have a glass of wine in either one of their apartments? And if they, sometimes a person that you don't think is really, really attractive becomes very attractive once you get to know them. So I really wouldn't judge people on a first look on a website.
Okay. I mean, I do agree with you to some extent. Like, you could have a really great chemistry or connection with someone, but someone you could look and you just know.
Oh, I don't think that's possible. I think that's much too much.
What? You're pretending like looks don't matter.
Looks matter for a quick second, and then once you know somebody, you can be the most beautiful or handsomest person in the world, and once you know them, you can say, "Oh God, they're awful." So I don't think you should judge people like that. It's more about their character and whether you have fun with them and enjoy their company.
Yeah, you superficial loser. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
I didn't say that.
I'm saying it for you. Okay, so this one is actually from my good friend. I won't out him, but he was swiping on Hinge. You remember what Hinge is?
I think it's a dating service.
It is.
Okay.
And he came across a wide range of women with very interesting names that he deemed undateable names. He made a list of, in his phone, multiple pages of names that he just would never date.
This guy's got to get a life.
I told him, I'm like you're going to forget the kind of name that you don't like, that you have to make note of it? Won't you just know when you meet someone? But anyway, is it fair to rule somebody out by a name?
No, I don't. I think this poor guy needs some help. He has to go to talk to a shrink immediately. I mean, what's in a name? A name could be anything. So, I mean, that's so silly.
Okay, but like he gave me some examples.
I don't think we should say any. It could be somebody who knows.
That's true, but they're kind of crazy names.
Okay, let's hear one.
Okay, like Noam.
Okay.
Or like Giddy.
Well, this fits with the times now. We have to be modern. Everybody is sort of mixing different alphabets, like North and East and South. And,
right. But I like those kind of names, like Nature, interesting names.
Well, you didn't like them until you knew they belonged to the Kardashians or somebody like that. So
Right.
forget it. It's just, the more familiar you get with a name, it doesn't sound funny anymore. But I think this fellow needs to just focus on the person and stop worrying about their name.
I agree. I mean, it's just hard when you're looking at a dating app and you have a picture, a name, and, maybe a few other things. Like, what else are you basing it off of?
Well, you know what? The more I listen to you and the more I hear what's going on in the dating scene today, it's so much better to get fixed up on a date by some friend or relative than these dating services, because you don't know who they are. Hopefully, most of them are nice people, and you have a 50-50 shot of having an enjoyable time. But you can't only date by apps. You have to really go.
Don't knock it till you
meet
try
somebody.
it. Also, where's like some people don't have people to set them up with. Like you claim you have, as a Jewish grandmother, every day when I was in a relationship, I have someone to set you up with. My friend's grandson. The day I'm single, I don't really have anyone for you.
They all got terrible. When I thought about it in reality, they weren't so good anymore.
The grass is always greener.
Exactly. Well, Kimmy, I hope your 25th birthday was a fun day. It'll be one of many more to come, and we're just going to have fun and laugh, because that's all the world is about. So put on your birthday hat tonight and shake your booty.
Shake my booty?
Shake your booty.
Are you going to dance with me at Bill Bouquet?
Absolutely.
Should we wear matching outfits?
That would really be scary.
I'll take a picture for the Excuse My Grandma Instagram. And
Have
show
fun.
You guys. So you can email us, guys, and ask your questions, excusemygrandma@gmail.com. We also have a newsletter, so we can notify you guys anytime there's a new episode. So you can find that on our website. That's excusemygrandmapodcast.com. And if you don't already, please subscribe on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Remember to rate, review, give us 5 stars. Remember, it is free to listen to us, as Grandma likes to say.
Grass doesn't grow on a busy street. So
no, Grandma, not that quote.
Well, which quote do you want, dear?
About the podcast being free.
Good thing that this is free, Kimmy, because if you don't like us, just switch us off.
Okay, that's more like it. Have a good week, you guys. Talk to you soon.